Welcome to a new video and a new trap for the series of Learn and Improve for the topic Opening Trap and Tricks. The game started with d4, knight f6, c4, e6, knight c3, and b6. And this is the queen's Fianchetto defense. And now white played the e4 move, and this move sets the trap for black. Maybe some players avoid this move e4 because of the pressure from bishop b4 and knight e4 attacking immediately the white center and the c3 knight. Anyway, black played bishop to b4, and this is not a good move. Anyway, e5 and knight to e4, pressure on c3 knight. Queen to g4 now, attacking g7 and e4 knight. Knight to c3, and white must be careful now, and he played excellent move a3, attacking the bishop, and now the two pieces under attack. If black played knight to a2, so pawn take b4, knight c1, queen to g7, attacking the rook, rook to f8, and rook to c1, and this is a good position for white with a pawn up for gaining material. So in the game, black retreat his bishop to f8, so protecting the g7 pawn, and now continue with a good move, bishop to g5, attacking the queen. Also in this move there is a kind of trap. If black don't know to respond in the right way, like this move f6, this is not a good move. Pawn take f6, g take f6, queen h5, checking the king, king to e7, and now bishop to f6, checking the king, king take f6, and now queen to h4 with attack, and black will lose the queen. Anyway, in the game, black played bishop to e7, bishop take, and now also we can take with the bishop, with the queen or with the king. If queen take e7, queen g7, queen f8, protecting the rook, queen take, rook take, and pawn take c3, and also in this position, white is a pawn up, and good game for him. In the game, also black made some mistake, another mistake, king take e7. This is a bad move. Queen g5 check, king e8, and queen to g7, attacking the rook. Rook to f8 and pawn takes c3, and now white is a pawn up. Queen to h4, black start to do some action. Knight to f3, attack with the development. Queen e4, bishop to e2, also development with the blocking. Queen to c2, and as you notice, black played three moves with the bishop and exchanged it, and now he played queen to h4, to e4, and to c2, and without any development. So now white complete his development, and also keeping the bishop on e2 under attack. If black takes the bishop, now knight to g5, knight to h7, and the rook will be lost. So bishop to a6, development, knight to g5 anyway, queen to g6, queen take, h take, and now to knight to h7, attacking the rook. Of course, rook to h7 to h8, knight to f6, attacking the king, king to e7, and now white must open the game. d5, d6, and bishop to f3, targeting the rook on a8. d take e5, d take e6, opening the diagonal for the bishop, blocking with the c6 pawn. Knight to d5, white insists on his attack, king to d6, and now c5, also attacking. b takes c5, and now rook f2 d1, putting the king under attack, the black king in the center. So pawn take d5, rook take d5 and king take e6, removing the king from the attack. Now rook a d1, and still the rook on a8 is under attack indirectly. So king to f5, rook to d6. Now the rook on a8 is under attack. The bishop on a6 is under attack. White cuts the way for the king. He cannot go back. So what to do now? Black play knight c6, blocking the way for the bishop. Anyway, bishop takes c6, bishop to e2, attacking our rook on d1. So rook to e1, rook to b8, rook a b8, of course, in case white didn't pay some attention and take the bishop on a2. So rook b1 will be checkmate. So bishop to d7 now, checking the king, and now any move from the king, white will play any move with his pawns on f2 and g2 and h2, making space for the king to run, and he can take the bishop on e2 without any fear of back rank mate. So this is our trap for today with this video. Thank you for watching, and see you next video and next trap.